Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and in this video, I want to showcase the most interesting coin auctions that ended this week, in the week of February 14th of 2021. And I love digging into kind of the history of each one of these coins and explaining why they're interesting. You can see the 5 listed here. So let's jump right into this beautiful O9S VDB. And as you can see, this is a PCGS graded Mint State 66 plus red brown. This thing is near top pop. There is a 67 plus red brown that honestly has outrageous toning. I'd recommend going to PCGS CoinFacts. But you can see this is the TrueView image copied here. And this one ended tonight, which is the February 14th when I'm making this video. And it sold for an impressive $9,258. But what's interesting about this particular coin is you actually go back in time, and if you typed in the cert verification on PCGS website, you would get this page brought up. And if you look down at the bottom here, you'll notice that this coin traded hands twice in 2018. And I always find it interesting when someone will buy a coin of this caliber and then within a year sell it again. It makes you wonder maybe what's wrong with the coin. Perhaps it's overgraded. But you'll notice on this coin, it sold originally in May of 2018 for $9,400 at Legend. And then back in Legend, just a few months later, sold for $8,500. So a drop of about $900. And then, of course, the most recent sale of $9,200 gets us back up closer to the original price back in May. Obviously, the second buyer of this coin held on to it for about 2.5 years and did pretty well with it. Jump into the second auction here. This is another interesting one. The 1913S Mint State 67 Type 1. This is an absolute stunning coin. It has very low mintage. The 13S Type 2 is known as one of the key dates of the Buffalo Nickel series, but the 13S Type 1, in my opinion, is a sleeper. This one has really awesome toning on the reverse, as you can see on the picture in the middle right there. But it's a high-graded coin. Normally, you don't get many of these come up for auction, especially this is through great collections. This one sold for $5,276. But what's interesting about this coin is, I notice here, and this is using Great Collections historical auctions, you'll notice there was a sale, one sale in 2019 in June for $3,500, and then not another sale for an entire year up to April 2020. And there was just one sale in calendar year 2020. But then somehow within the last 2 months, there were 4 of these that came up for sale. Now, typically when you get almost a flood on the market like this, prices tend to trade lower, but obviously that wasn't the case here. As you can see, we had kind of a slew of different versions, from some that were CAC, some that were in the original holder, which is OGH, some that were toned. You kind of had one of each, but the prices remained strong. As you can see here, the most relevant one, in my opinion, was this one that sold back in January of 2021. This is a TrueView image, which in my opinion is simply stunning. How this didn't get a CAC, or maybe they didn't send it to CAC, is beyond me. And that sold for $3,840. And as you could see, the most recent one sold for $5,276, which is an improvement of 37%. Jumping to another Buffalo Nickel, and this one is just a stunner. 1914 Mint State 66. If you looked at my video of the most rare Buffalo Nickels, my favorite was the 14 Philly. I think this is a really underappreciated year in mint mark. It's more rare than people give credit to, especially in higher grades. But of course, you pair it with the CAC sticker and this incredible toning, and I'm guessing great luster based on the images here, and you're going to get a result like this. This one sold for $4,106. Now, how good a price is that? This will blow your mind. Over the last really few years, these are the Great Collection records. Now, PCGS Price Guide has this only at $700. And you'll notice here, this is where this coin ranks compared to its peers. As you can see, 4,106 compares to other Mint State 66s that have sold for $500 to $600. Even the CAC back in March of 2020 sold for 700. So this blows it out of the water. And you have to go all the way up to the Mint State 67 CAC to even get a close comparison. This pretty much sold for one higher grade in a CAC sticker, which is just crazy. So incredibly strong result. Blows my mind a little bit. The toning's great, but I feel like the buyer probably overpaid a little bit for this one. And then you jump to auction number 4. And this is a beautiful Walking Liberty half, Mint State 67 plus with a CAC sticker. This one sold for an incredibly strong $8,281. Now, why this particular auction is interesting, let's dig into the history of this coin. This coin, if you typed in the PCGS cert number on their website, you'll see on the bottom of the page the last major auction appearance of this coin. You'll see in May of 2018 sold for $1,400, and it just sold tonight for $8,200. That is a huge increase. But then you click on that link and you'll notice back then in Legend, this was in a Mint State 67 holder with the CAC sticker. So kudos to the buyer of this coin. They obviously had a pretty good eye, and maybe they sent it in for an upgrade reconsideration, or they cracked it out. They had a lot of guts to do that. And now they got it into a Mint State 67 plus holder and with another CAC sticker. And I always find that interesting that not only is the upgrade, but the upgrade also got the CAC. Why didn't they originally give it a gold CAC? And there's probably a lot of reasons, and it's not that easy. It's not that exact of a science, but I always find that interesting. And just to confirm it's the same coin, this image on the left here, or I guess in the center, was from tonight's auction. And then the kind of grainy looking image was from Legend back in 2018. And you can see the toning is identical. So kudos to the original buyer back in 2018, because they made a profit of $6,871 on this purchase. And I'm sure they had to pay $50 to $100 to get it get the reconsideration service, but still one heck of a turn there. And then the last auction here is a very nice blazing luster Franklin half dollar. You could see a 1950 Philly, Mint State 67 full bell line. Hard to really tell from the pictures. Of course, PCGS, I'm sure, took a look to it and consider it full bell line. It's kind of hard to guarantee that's true in the image. But this one sold for a very strong $4,951. But why this auction is interesting, so take a look at this coin. This is the coin, but you'll notice the holder. For those familiar with NGC, you might notice that that is actually an NGC holder, but yet it is in a PCGS holder now. Same coin, you look at the toning, it's identical. Toning is, in my opinion, like a fingerprint. You can't replicate it exactly. So that is the same coin, which tells you at one point this exact coin was in an NGC holder. Even you look at the cheek, and the nature of the scuffs on the cheek are identical. So someone bought this, as you could see, from Great Collections in a Mint State 67 full bell line holder from NGC. So you could see they paid $3,282 back in December of 2020. So not that long ago, only about 2.5 months. And I'm guessing as soon as they got this, they immediately either cracked it out and sent it to PCGS, or sent it in its holder to PCGS for a crossover. And then pretty much as soon as they got it back, they sent it back to Great Collections and sold it for $4,951 in a PCGS holder. No CAC or anything like that. That switch alone got them a profit of $1,668. So these were the 5 most interesting auctions of the week. And if you can, I would absolutely appreciate if you subscribe and hit that like button. That's all I have. Take care.